Amidst hundreds of amenities within Uganda's vibrant pluralism city of Entebbe lies a beacon of academic excellence. Welcome to Nkumba University, one of Uganda's leading private universities, strategically located minutes away from Entebbe International Airport. Established in 1994 and chartered in 2006, Nkumba University has grown from a 1952 kindergarten to a vocational institute and eventually one of the leading higher institutions of learning shaping Uganda's future. Comprising of 7 schools, the School of Law, the School of Business Administration, the School of Education, the School of Sciences, the School of Social Sciences, the School of Computing and Informatics, and the School of Commercial, Industrial Art and Design, Nkumba equips learners with in-demand, practically relevant skills. Thousands graduate each year, joining a powerful alumni network of professionals, leaders, and innovators. Nkumba alumni are positioned in government, media, business, and arts, symbolic of the university's societal impact. Beyond the classroom, students' life thrills with cultural festivals, exhibitions, sports tournaments, and creativity that never sleeps. Modern facilities and digital infrastructure support both academic and personal growth at every step of the way. Nkumba engages with the communities and partners globally because learning doesn't stop at the borders. As the academic landscape continues to evolve, Nkumba University remains steadfast in implementing its strategic master plan, a bold blueprint meant to drive innovation, advance research, promote academic excellence, and prioritize students' well-being. At the heart of this transformation stands the Nkumba Students' Hostel Village, a modern state-of-the-art residential complex designed to be more than just accommodation, but rather a home away from home, offering breathtaking amenities, comfort, security, and a vibrant living environment where students can thrive academically and grow socially. Join Nkumba University today, discover your purpose, build your future, and become part of the global transformation. Nkumba University, I owe you. Amidst hundreds of amenities within Uganda's vibrant pluralism city of Entebbe lies a beacon of academic excellence. Welcome to Nkumba University, one of Uganda's leading private universities, strategically located minutes away from Entebbe International Airport. Established in 1994 and chartered in 2006, Nkumba University has grown from a 1952 kindergarten to a vocational institute and eventually one of the leading higher institutions of learning shaping Uganda's future. Comprising of 7 schools: the School of Law, the School of Business Administration, the School of Education, the School of Sciences, the School of Social Sciences, the School of Computing and Informatics, and the School of Commercial, Industrial Art and Design. Nkumba equips learners with in-demand, practically relevant skills. Thousands graduate each year, joining a powerful alumni network of professionals, leaders, and innovators. Nkumba alumni are positioned in government, media, business, and arts, symbolic of the university's societal impact. Beyond the classroom, students' life thrills with cultural festivals, exhibitions, sports tournaments, and creativity that never sleeps. Modern facilities and digital infrastructure support both academic and personal growth at every step of the way. Nkumba engages with the communities and partners globally because learning doesn't stop at the borders. As the academic landscape continues to evolve, Nkumba University remains steadfast in implementing its strategic master plan, a bold blueprint meant to drive innovation, advance research, promote academic excellence, and prioritize students' well-being. At the heart of this transformation stands the Nkumba Students' Hostel Village, a modern state-of-the-art residential complex designed to be more than just accommodation, but rather a home away from home, offering breathtaking amenities, comfort, security, and a vibrant living environment where students can thrive academically and grow socially. Join Nkumba University today, discover your purpose, build your future, and become part of the global transformation. Nkumba University, I owe you. Amidst hundreds of amenities within Uganda's vibrant tourism city of Entebbe lies a beacon of academic excellence. Welcome to Nkumba University, one of Uganda's leading private universities, strategically located minutes away from Entebbe International Airport. Established in 1994 and chartered in 2006, Nkumba University has grown from a 1952 kindergarten to a vocational institute and eventually one of the leading higher institutions of learning, shaping Uganda's future. Comprising of 7 schools: the School of Law, the School of Business Administration, the School of Education, the School of Sciences, the School of Social Sciences, the School of Computing and Informatics, and the School of Commercial, Industrial Art and Design. Nkumba equips learners with in-demand, practically relevant skills. Thousands graduate each year, joining a powerful alumni network of professionals, leaders, and innovators. Nkumba alumni are positioned in government, media, business, and arts, symbolic of the university's societal impact. Beyond the classroom, students' life thrives with cultural festivals, exhibitions, sports tournaments, and creativity that never sleeps. Modern facilities and digital infrastructure support both academic and personal growth at every step of the way. Nkumba engages with the communities and partners globally because learning doesn't stop at the borders. As the academic landscape continues to evolve, Nkumba University remains steadfast in implementing its strategic master plan, a bold blueprint meant to drive innovation, advance research, promote academic excellence, and prioritize students' well-being. At the heart of this transformation stands the Nkumba Students' Hostel Village, a modern state-of-the-art residential complex designed to be more than just accommodation, but rather a home away from home, offering breathtaking amenities, comfort, security, and a vibrant living environment where students can thrive academically and grow socially. Join Nkumba University today, discover your purpose, build your future, and become part of the global transformation. Nkumba University, I owe you. Amidst hundreds of amenities within Uganda's vibrant tourism city of Entebbe lies a beacon of academic excellence. Welcome to Nkumba University, one of Uganda's leading private universities, strategically located minutes away from Entebbe International Airport. Established in 1994 and chartered in 2006, Nkumba University has grown from a 1952 kindergarten to a vocational institute and eventually one of the leading higher institutions of learning shaping Uganda's future. Comprising of 7 schools, the School of Law, the School of Business Administration, the School of Education, the School of Sciences, the School of Social Sciences, the School of Computing and Informatics, and the School of Commercial, Industrial Art and Design, Nkumba equips learners with in-demand, practically relevant skills. Thousands graduate each year, joining a powerful alumni network of professionals, leaders, and innovators. Nkumba alumni are positioned in government, media, business, and arts, symbolic of the university's societal impact. Beyond the classroom, students' life thrives with cultural festivals, exhibitions, sports tournaments, and creativity that never sleeps. Modern facilities and digital infrastructure support both academic and personal growth at every step of the way. Nkumba engages with the communities and partners globally because learning doesn't stop at the borders. As the academic landscape continues to evolve, Nkumba University remains steadfast in implementing its strategic master plan, a bold blueprint meant to drive innovation, advance research, promote academic excellence, and prioritize students' well-being. At the heart of this transformation stands the Nkumba Students' Hostel Village, a modern state-of-the-art residential complex designed to be more than just accommodation, but rather a home away from home, offering breathtaking amenities, comfort, security, and a vibrant living environment where students can thrive academically and grow socially. Join Nkumba University today, discover your purpose, build your future, and become part of the global transformation. Nkumba University, I owe you. Amidst hundreds of amenities within Uganda's vibrant tourism city of Entebbe lies a beacon of academic excellence. Welcome to Nkumba University, one of Uganda's leading private universities, strategically located minutes away from Entebbe International Airport. Established in 1994 and chartered in 2006, Nkumba University has grown from a 1952 kindergarten to a vocational institute and eventually one of the leading higher institutions of learning shaping Uganda's future. Comprising of 7 schools, the School of Law, the School of Business Administration, the School of Education, the School of Sciences, the School of Social Sciences, the School of Computing and Informatics, and the School of Commercial, Industrial Art and Design, Nkumba equips learners with in-demand, practically relevant skills. Thousands graduate each year, joining a powerful alumni network of professionals, leaders, and innovators. skills. Thousands graduate each year, joining a powerful alumni network of professionals, leaders, and innovators. Nkumba alumni are positioned in government, media, business, and arts, symbolic of the university's societal impact. Beyond the classroom, students' life thrives with cultural festivals, exhibitions, sports tournaments, and creativity that never sleeps. Modern facilities and digital infrastructure support both academic and personal growth at every step of the way. Nkumba engages with the communities and partners globally because learning doesn't stop at the borders. As the academic landscape continues to evolve, Nkumba University remains steadfast in implementing its strategic master plan, a bold blueprint meant to drive innovation, advance research, promote academic excellence, and prioritize students' well-being. At the heart of this transformation stands the Nkumba Students' Hostel Village, a modern state-of-the-art residential complex designed to be more than just accommodation, but rather a home away from home, offering breathtaking amenities, comfort, security, and a vibrant living environment where students can thrive academically and grow socially. Join Nkumba University today, discover your purpose, build your future, and become part of the global transformation. Nkumba University, I owe you. Amidst hundreds of amenities within Uganda's vibrant tourism city of Entebbe lies a beacon of academic excellence. Welcome to Nkumba University, one of Uganda's leading private universities, strategically located minutes away from Entebbe International Airport. Established in 1994 and chartered in 2006, Nkumba University has grown from a 1952 kindergarten to a vocational institute and eventually one of the leading higher institutions of learning shaping Uganda's future. Comprising of 7 schools, the School of Law, the School of Business Administration, the School of Education, the School of Sciences, the School of Social Sciences, the School of Computing and Informatics, and the School of Commercial, Industrial Art and Design, Nkumba equips learners with in-demand, practically relevant skills. Thousands graduate each year, joining a powerful alumni network of professionals, leaders, and innovators. Nkumba alumni are positioned in government, media, business, and arts, symbolic of the university's societal impact. Beyond the classroom, students' life thrives with cultural festivals, exhibitions, sports tournaments, and creativity that never sleeps. Modern facilities and digital infrastructure support both academic and personal growth at every step of the way. Nkumba engages with the communities and partners globally because learning doesn't stop at the borders. As the academic landscape continues to evolve, Nkumba University remains steadfast in implementing its strategic master plan, a bold blueprint meant to drive innovation, advance research, promote academic excellence, and prioritize students' well-being. At the heart of this transformation stands the Nkumba Students' Hostel Village, a modern state-of-the-art residential complex designed to be more than just accommodation, but rather a home away from home, offering breathtaking amenities, comfort, security, and a vibrant living environment where students can thrive academically and grow socially. Join Nkumba University today, discover your purpose, build your future, and become part of the global transformation. Nkumba University, I owe you. Amidst hundreds of amenities within Uganda's vibrant tourism city of Entebbe lies a beacon of academic excellence. Welcome to Nkumba University, one of Uganda's leading private universities, strategically located minutes away from Entebbe International Airport. Established in 1994 and chartered in 2006, Nkumba University has grown from a 1952 kindergarten to a vocational institute and eventually one of the leading higher institutions of learning shaping Uganda's future. Comprising of 7 schools, the School of Law, the School of Business Administration, the School of Education, the School of Sciences, the School of Social Sciences, the School of Computing and Informatics, and the School of Commercial, Industrial Art and Design, Nkumba equips learners with in-demand, practically relevant skills. Thousands graduate each year, joining a powerful alumni network of professionals, leaders, and innovators. Nkumba alumni are positioned in government, media, business, and arts, symbolic of the university's societal impact. Beyond the classroom, students' life thrives with cultural festivals, exhibitions, sports tournaments, and creativity that never sleeps. Modern facilities and digital infrastructure support both academic and personal growth at every step of the way. Nkumba engages with the communities and partners globally because learning doesn't stop at the borders. As the academic landscape continues to evolve, Nkumba University remains steadfast in implementing its strategic master plan, a bold blueprint meant to drive innovation, advance research, promote academic excellence, and prioritize students' well-being. At the heart of this transformation stands the Nkumba Students' Hostel Village, a modern state-of-the-art residential complex designed to be more than just accommodation, but rather a home away from home, offering breathtaking amenities, comfort, security, and a vibrant living environment where students can thrive academically and grow socially. Join Nkumba University today, discover your purpose, build your future, and become part of the global transformation. Nkumba University, I owe you. Amidst hundreds of amenities within Uganda's vibrant tourism city of Entebbe lies a beacon of academic excellence. Welcome to Nkumba University, one of Uganda's leading private universities, strategically located minutes away from Entebbe International Airport. Established in 1994 and chartered in 2006, Nkumba University has grown from a 1952 kindergarten to a vocational institute and eventually one of the leading higher institutions of learning shaping Uganda's future. Comprising of 7 schools, the School of Law, the School of Business Administration, the School of Education, the School of Sciences, the School of Social Sciences, the School of Computing and Informatics, and the School of Commercial, Industrial Art and Design, Nkumba equips learners with in-demand, practically relevant skills. Thousands graduate each year, joining a powerful alumni network of professionals, leaders, and innovators. Nkumba alumni are positioned in government, media, business, and arts, symbolic of the university's societal impact. Beyond the classroom, students' life thrives with cultural festivals, exhibitions, sports tournaments, and creativity that never sleeps. Modern facilities and digital infrastructure support both academic and personal growth at every step of the way. Nkumba engages with the communities and partners globally because learning doesn't stop at the borders. As the academic landscape continues to evolve, Nkumba University remains steadfast in implementing its strategic master plan, a bold blueprint meant to drive innovation, advance research, promote academic excellence, and prioritize students' well-being. At the heart of this transformation stands the Nkumba Students' Hostel Village, a modern state-of-the-art residential complex designed to be more than just accommodation, but rather a home away from home, offering breathtaking amenities, comfort, security, and a vibrant living environment where students can thrive academically and grow socially. Join Nkumba University today, discover your purpose, build your future, and become part of the global transformation. Nkumba University, I owe you. Amidst hundreds of amenities within Uganda's vibrant pluralism city of Entebbe lies a beacon of academic excellence. Welcome to Nkumba University, one of Uganda's leading private universities, strategically located minutes away from Entebbe International Airport. Established in 1994 and chartered in 2006, Nkumba University has grown from a 1952 kindergarten to a vocational institute and eventually one of the leading higher institutions of learning shaping Uganda's future. Comprising of 7 schools, the School of Law, the School of Business Administration, the School of Education, the School of Sciences, the School of Social Sciences, amidst hundreds of amenities within Uganda's vibrant pluralism city of Entebbe lies a beacon of academic excellence. Welcome to Nkumba University, one of Uganda's leading private universities, strategically located minutes away from Entebbe International Airport. Established in 1994 and chartered in 2006, Nkumba University has grown from a 1952 kindergarten to a vocational institute and eventually one of the leading higher institutions of learning shaping Uganda's future. Comprising of 7 schools, the School of Law, the School of Business Administration, the School of Education, the School of Sciences, the School of Social Sciences, the School of Computing and Informatics, and the School of Commercial, Industrial Art and Design, Nkumba equips learners with in-demand, practically relevant skills. Thousands graduate each year, joining a powerful alumni network of professionals, leaders, and innovators. Nkumba alumni are positioned in government, media, business, and arts.
Of our research, and when we are ending, the director asked me about localization, and we didn't have time to answer. But you localize when you understand what is outside. We have this saying in our language, Wakana katajenda, that Mama Dekachi, the kid who does not move out thinks that the man is the best cook. But when you move out, you know that there are other better chefs than your mom. Or your wife. Or your wife. But you can only internationalize when you move out. Actually, we shouldn't even be going for localization, we should be going for localization. You have the global aspect into the local aspect. I don't know which book, but there was a literature book so where it was either by which was the or the other person, learn the ways of the white man, but don't be like them. I think it was written. The river between. Yeah. So you have to go out and understand and come back. And believe me, these students who get the local, the international outlook, they do things somehow differently. So that's what we're supposed to be pushing for. So we started on one, we understood the context of PhD, we moved on to recruitment, the physical project, we went into relationships, we went into internationalization, and now how do we keep research on track? Many times students, when they register, they have a lot of energy, they want to move very fast, but then you see the strength going down slowly, where you start by 20, you get 50. By the time people graduate, as Prof. Liz was saying yesterday, you graduate few people, or whoever you graduate, they are not from the same cohort. You have the first, second, third, fourth cohort. You graduate 5, they are not in the same cohort, which means others have slowed down or they have dropped out. So how do we keep the pointer? How do we keep students on track? So to do that, we need to ask ourselves these questions in the next 5 minutes, because we have time 1 hour. What challenges do your students meet during goal setting? We believe that when students come, we talked about the map, the conceptual map, the PhD map, the doctoral map. How do you make them, that these students know what they want to? They have come, they have the synopsis or the concept, they have objectives. How do we make them set goals that are achievable? That's number one. That's something that I want us to discuss and hear your input. How do we do it here? Or how do you do it for the students that are assigned to you? And how do you do it? You. What challenge do your students meet during goal setting? When they come and they become your student, they want to study, you ask them, why have you come to study? What do you do normally?
Normally, I have, my first engagement with my students is out of office, in a free place, but within the neighborhood of the university quite often.
Who pays the money?
There's no need for payment.
They take a drink. You can't make them.
Even me, I can afford.
Oh yeah, that's exactly what I wanted.
Yes.
You make them friends.
Yes, I ask them if we can meet outside office. And the reason I ask them to meet outside office is for me to break that kind of power thing that this is a dean, you know. And so we meet not very far from here, really. And the interaction in the discussion with him or her, first thing is, who are you? Why do you want to do a PhD? Do you have a family? What are some of the things you think may hold you back? What are some of the things you think may push you forward? But I noticed that oftentimes, some may not even be very sure why they are doing a PhD. It's because of the work. It's because many people in my area of work have studied, for instance, if I use the security example, you find you're dealing with a security personnel, when you ask them why they are doing a PhD, they tell you people have studied. So they are returning school as well to measure up or to be a little bit above them. So the challenge is, how do we get them from what they want to, what they thought they couldn't do, to what they can actually do and be. But along the way, you find that the student has fallen off. Like we were saying yesterday, if it's a lady, maybe family issues. If it's a man, again, maybe family-related issues of money and work. Others are studying under hiding. They don't want the bosses to know. I don't know if I
Yes, okay. Yeah, thank you. We have another perspective. Thank you, Prof. I think what I'm not far from Dr. Abaho, the issue is when these students come, to be what I've found that they think they must get this PhD within 2 years. He thinks he has come, he wants that is should know how to make him know that this is a long journey. Okay? He thinks that can I get this PhD within the 3 years or what? He said, yeah, we can try. But then, of course, the challenges come later on. They have no time themselves to come in. Later on, they realize on the resources. So that is the issue for me. I find that how to make him know that this is a long haul and there's a lot of reading. What I found also is that some of them come when they are really not prepared, as he says, in terms of the ring of reading. So when I tell him, please, you go and read the following books. I don't want to give them books to read. Okay? Go and read about this and make for me summary so you can understand what you want for. The issue is reading. Either they have not been in reading, they are now coming in. That becomes a challenge.
Okay. We can take that. Then how do you help students refocus in the case they set unrealistic expectations? They come, they know 3 years, they are done, and they have to go away. I think we will get it from now the seasoned professors this side.
Good morning, everybody. I'm not a seasoned professor. I think they meant the side of Professor Norman there. First of all, maybe give me a chance also to respond to the first one.
You can do the first, then you
yes.
get it.
I kind of see when I get my students, they come when they are very ambitious. And let me say, I liken it, maybe relate it to a buffet whereby you have food and there is roasted meat, there is fried meat, there is stewed meat, there is minced meat, and the person wants to eat everything on the buffet. So they come when they think they're going to solve all the problems of whatever aspect they want to research on. Like, I will do this, I will do this, I will do this. Then you ask them, if you know the answer, then why are you conducting research? Because you have already the answers, then what are you going to do? Because you are going to get bored and you may not finish your PhD. That's one of the things, and that's where we start from, and try to streamline. Then how do I help the students refocus in case they set unrealistic expectations? That's what I'm saying. That we sit on that table and then we start picking the variables. What is it that you want? What would be the outcome? What is that you've seen? Where is the gap? And how do you think we can bridge this gap between the reality, the real life, and what is expected? And then many times you ask them, how is it going to contribute maybe to the sustainable development goals, because we have an agenda, we have the 2040, whatever it is. how do you think whatever you are doing is going to contribute to that? And then you sit and then you start defining that. Then you said that actually it takes about 2 sessions because I can't say that within 1 session you finish.
Okay. Any other view? Yes.
Thank you very much, Professor. I'm looking at those 3 statements of questions there. To me, they were already solved yesterday when we talked about management relationship. That's my thinking.
That's your thing.
Yes.
To manage relationships.
Exactly. It is solving that problem which we are discussing.
Okay.
When we're talking about challenges, because challenges have solutions, not problems. If it was a problem, that's another issue. So these challenges we're talking about. And the things we are meeting on a daily basis. Students are coming, they know that the course is going to take 3 years or PhD, so they want some of them to do it within 2 years. Forget that PhD is a process. You are going to present your paper, it will be reviewed, it will be returned. Okay? Then again, so a student, he doesn't expect that. Okay? So at the end of the day, we are all challenged, the student and the supervisee, the supervisor. Now we're going back to tell them, look here, this thing is like this and this, let us do it like this, I think to achieve our goal which is set. Now, the colleague has already talked about family issues. Okay, those are very, very sensitive things. Sometimes students don't understand. Some of them have lost their dear ones. Some of them have their dear ones who are sick. Sometimes they get these financial issues, which they don't even disclose. Okay, so all those actually add up to so many challenges which we supervisors and also the supervisees face. And when it comes to how do you help students to focus? Okay? Now, what that also is different about when the student got a topic, right from the topic he started with, okay, was that topic researchable? Okay? Now we are going to look at that one at the later stage when the students are already studying. Can you go back to the topic? So that takes us back to us, we the supervisors, and the supervisors also are acting on the advice of the vetting committee, which allowed them at the topic. Okay? So you can see how the trend becomes very difficult if we don't, all of us participate to help these students.
Thank you. Professor Guy, you had something to say. But you can now help us answer how can universities help students set realistic goals.
Normally, my first interaction with a student, it may not be the first one, you might have seen me in some of the seminars, but my first interaction is with the document. I ask him, have you written anything? Even if it's a synopsis, we begin with something written. The title at times merely suggests the nature of the research. So we begin by hitting on the title. And if there is a mismatch between the title and the seminars that the student has gone through, the 10 of them, then that's where we begin to draw our map. My colleague has already mentioned this, or others have already mentioned the variables. We start looking at the title, and I will not blame on the title. We got directed to the what are you trying to research? What is your research question? what is missing, what is the gap, and how do you situate the gap within the context. So we begin by talking about that, to articulate it. But by doing so, it may reveal that that person only attended the seminars, but those seminars were not internalized. Now, our disease here, which is continuous, is the reading culture. They don't want to read, some students, but they would like to embark on something and internalize it. They think it's just like a duplicating machine. You put it in some papers, and then at the end you have the outcome. So the process at times it takes slow, at times individualized. Recently I was dealing with one doing a second PhD, and it was a different story. Why do you want a second PhD? Those were some of my questions. But he needed it. So these are our issues. So we individualized each student in his own cocoon. So drawing out a map is not an easy thing, but it's based on something written. What do you have to show to begin our journey?
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you. There is one last person behind, and then we move to another.
Thank you, Professor. Good morning. I think regarding how the university can help students set realistic goals, I think it has, from the institutional side, it is very important for the university to roll out clear procedures and guidelines. Now this, because when you look at number 1 and 2, they are sort of tied, because most of the challenges that the students meet during the goal setting session, they actually rotate around lack of clarity. They are around clarity. Which direction do I take? Why? And so on. Now that clarity does not come all of a sudden. Realizing or achieving that clarity is a process. Then that takes you to number 2. How do you help the students? Then you can sit with them, get to know about their life, their working life, their family life, like Dean Abao stated. Then after that, you can be able to connect the dots. You can effectively engage from a perspective of awareness. But number 3 is very important. I think that the university should have streamlined procedures, guidelines, frameworks within which the student and the supervisor should engage. Now that kind of framework, for instance here, as a way of helping the students to set realistic goals, the directorate makes sure that the door is always open for the student to come back in case of any challenges along the way. You can always go back, and there can always be a discussion. When there are issues, supervisors can come together with the student, maybe in presence of the director, and then resolve something. And then of course the workshops, what we call the seminars that are offered to this candidate. So I think this kind of mechanism is very important in helping the student keep on course and then move to possibly complete their work in time.
Thank you.
Yeah, Professor, could you end up something before you? Yes.
Now, hearing all these things, Prof, I think we need to know, I'm up to the question, so how do we help? As supervisors, we have a very big role in ensuring that these students you are being given, that they complete. they achieve their work. So the guidelines could be there, as Dr. Seta has said. The guidelines are there, all the rubrics for research are there. But how intentional are we as supervisors to ensure that these guidelines of the university, which are there, are met? Because there's one thing having a director there, having the guidelines here, but you as a supervisor, you also have your journey with this person. As a driver, how are you driving this vehicle so that it goes very well, you direct, or as a midwife, how are you helping this person to produce the baby without dying? In most cases, because we are dealing with mature people, we take to be, to keep a laissez-faire kind of life. And there, the student will also know that after all, an old person or whatever, and go wherever they want. So as yesterday you said, I think it is Professor Bajwai who said, sitting down having the program with the student, an agreement sort of, it's very important. To have what we call tough love, so that the person knows that if you don't do this, I will do something or I will pay. I had a professor, I told he was very good, but I would fear always because it was tough. Professors would tell me, Solomon, I told you should meet on Tuesday. You never came, and I'm not meeting you this time. So you wait for me next week.
Thank you. Members, these are the things we talk about. We talk about the contract, we talk about being part of the student's journey. We're asking when do you release the student, when do you come in as a supervisor. Those are all issues that we need to. And we've been practicing those, but at different levels. So this conversation is about how do we harmonize. So setting measurable goals and timelines. We are saying the goals must be smart. Even if you are telling this person to do the goals, we are all used with the word smart in research. We must do it. And students will not know that. Or they will know, they will think they will do it. We say there are processes, you have to first of all to scope the thing, what they are doing, because for them they come and they think the things will move the way they want it. So bringing the student to the table and saying, no, this is not realistic, this is not exactly what you are supposed to do, this problem is not researchable, so that by the time the student leaves you and knows that the goals, set goals which are specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. It's very important for us as supervisors to guide students into that. Is this machine working? It was not on. Yeah. So the hypothetical example of milestones are these. When you want to have the timelines, goals and timelines. So when you have measurable goals, then you have to have timelines. You say you are going to do this now. In the next semester we'll do this. That's why we have the progress reports. So you need to be have specific milestones. Proposed submission, 2 weeks. Approved by the supervisor. Literature review, 6 weeks. With 30 sources, or 50, or 100. Data collection completed. Week 10, 100 plus responses collected. Data analysis completed. Week 12, findings summarized. So you have those. Then, if you agree on those, the students now start saying, oh, is it okay? Because you are the researcher, you are a research educator, you are head of the student, is going to bring new knowledge, but whichever new knowledge somebody brings out must be in a framework, and the framework you know better. As a supervisor, you know you cannot bring data and simply put it there without going to the field. You have to follow A, B, C, D. So when you start having that milestones and say, what do you want to achieve? When we are achieving, this is how we move in the research. And the student, you agree with the student, and he or she puts them down, then it's easier to say, go back on our first meeting when we set the milestones. This is what we agreed on. What have you done? Then the student starts now checking himself. Oh, in 2 weeks I was supposed to do this. If he does not do it, then they start calling me and say, Prof, I was not able to do this. And then you start understanding. That's very important if you are helping the student to move. You co-create research timelines with students. Designing research timeline with students, it will help you for accountability, flexibility, engagement, ownership, and start with goal setting, which are smart, as I said. Then you use a backward planning. Backward planning, what I mean by backward planning, what I do with my student, in Changogo we graduate, for example, in December. That's our graduation month. And you have come for a 3-year course. And we normally report in August. I said now this is 2026, 2027, the ones are coming, 28, 29, 29, 30, 30, 31. That's when you are finishing. I will tell the student, 30, 31, you are graduating in December 5th. Then I say, the process of going on the graduation list is 2 weeks. Senate will meet 1 week. Marking will take 3 months. Then I come back. By the time of which where you are, then the students are saying, let me do this in this. Then the student starts seeing he has no time, or she has no time. Because you start planning, you have the milestone, you have the target when the student wants to finish. If you are finished, you have to do this. Then you work with the student backwards and to the point where you are. Then the student knows that, I must present my proposal at this date. If I don't do it, I will be late. Because there are days which are specific, which are you don't mandatory. Supervisors time to mark. 3 months. So you are not going to say, we will mark by 1 month. No, the supervisor has the capacity of 3 months. You can change and ask supervisors to reduce, but by policy, they can take. Break down the research process into phases. Help the student that phase 1 is this, phase 2 is this, phase 3 is this. You cannot think of this before that. Recently, I got a student, I have a student who has failed to pay tuition, but then he said, can I take my protocols for ethical consideration? Not in Changogo, somewhere else. When I pay the money, because to take the protocols, you have to pay, you are registered, you have paid, you have everything. So the student wanted to take it to another university, have them approved. Then when he pays the money, then he's able to move. So students will try to manipulate. So if you are in phases, before you move to another one, you have to do that. They will have to respect that. Visualize the timeline. We make the Gantt chart and we see it. You make the Gantt chart, you visualize. By saying it there, backward planning, and if you put it in the chart, then the student, and he puts it. So what I put it in the file of the student. When the student comes to see me, I pull out and I say, where are we on the Gantt chart? If you have finished one activity, we keep on marking. If not, then we know we are ready. Build in buffer time and adjustments. It's very important. You say, for you to do this, you have to create some buffer time. If we don't finish this time, so if it was going to take 3 weeks, we say no, 2 weeks. You know, it will take 3, but you give him the chance for somebody to move. That buffer time and adjustment is important. Schedule regular check-ins and feedback sessions. Don't make the planning or the Gantt chart as we shall see, and you simply put it there. Keep on checking. Where are we supposed to be? If there are any adjustments to do, you say now, because you delayed on this one, we are eating some part of this activity, which means this activity will not take 2 weeks, it will take 1 week for you to come back and be on plan. And that's the type of Gantt chart. We have a certain example of a PhD Gantt chart. This will be available to you. You might not be read properly. Proposal writing, proposal defense, literature review, field work, data analysis, publication, thesis writing, and you know, if year 1, year 2, year 3, you say, you do this in year 1, you do this in year 2, you do this in year 3. It's phased. Then the student knows he's supposed to do it. Proposal defense is supposed to be in August of another year. Then literature review is ongoing. It starts from the student steps in when you ask the student to go and get me 5 theories that will support your research. Go and meet 20 people that have done work around your area. That's when it starts. So literature review starts on the very first day when you meet the student somewhere and familiarize with the student to know who she is. So that's the Gantt chart, which is very, very important. Then you start now monitoring progress. The student has been set, you have that, maybe you have signed the contract, and now you want to monitor the progress. Now, identify a case of a PhD student failing behind schedule, discuss the root causes of the delays, propose strategies to get him or her back on the track. So now that we are few, we are actually going to do 2 groups, 1 and 2. 1 and 2. Can we do that in a few minutes and we see what we have? Identify a case of PhD student failing behind the schedule. We all have them, we know them. So one of us will say, let's use this case. So which means you will explain to your group, I have this case. Then people will help you, how do you solve? And sometimes we don't do that. You suffer with the student alone. You suffer with the student, with the doctoral committee, but maybe sharing with others will solve the problem. So let's have 10 minutes for putting this together, or 5, and then we put our things and see how we can mitigate the problem. List our responses with the flip chart or manual paper and present it to the plenary, so that we know the obvious 3 questions. We discuss, so we identify, we discuss, and then propose strategies. So if you can have papers, and we have one group there, and another group there. Yeah, that would be easier. It will be fast for us.
Okay, we'll join this one here.
cases today. Doctor, that's the other thing. You have actually looked for it. You have can use yours actually. So you can use your case.
Very slow.
Identify a case or PhD students falling behind case.
Issues that
We have to look for no, what I think we really need to look for the case A. So, what are the root causes of the disease?
Maybe introduction of the case.
Number one. Anti-strike is number one.
introducing the case.
Yes.
No, we have all of us
We have some
cases
cases.
of that nature. But we don't want to name them.
No.
But we know the causes.
Oh, but what I'm saying, we can start here. We have a case of a student. The case, we started this time. But you can give a chance to move. You can give the individual case first. You can tell us about your case. You can see.
Let's just look at type of enrollment.
This is enrollment.
This period. And now the student enrolled when, let's say, 2020. Yes. It's okay. Okay, it's supposed to be 2009. Yeah, even being fair.
A student, what is expected of a student? Seminars
So by the time we think, then you present the so we said 2 years now. 2 years.
Why?
2 years.
Now, me, on that case, I think is one second fell too much in love with this program. You knew a lot of you knew a lot of that stuff. That's why I'm standing and standing.
I think that's okay. We have identified.
The player scope was the
scope.
Yeah, the concept given is that there is no time to accomplish the aspect at all. Action. And no time to accomplish what was agreed upon.
Was it
procrastination because we spend a lot of time failing to start certain things. That is also correct.
But also that anyone was affected by work. When you was at work. At the time one was able to fair parents work.
Time to do the work. You do the study because of work.
He left, yes. Now when he left administration university, I think he started now suffering to manage the family.
That reflects on the kind of students we have sometimes. If a student is employed somewhere, doing some work, and then he registers as a student, sometimes the place where he works or she works doesn't give the place we work doesn't allow our students to spend time on studies.
Yeah, but that is about the workload. Failure to balance workload and
Workload when you study.
Economic challenges.
I've had trouble with the students who come
Financing,
the executive management of their organizations. An executive director. Those people are high up in the organization. So it's that profile that they bring to
No, I know. Look what I'm getting from her. You come with the image that you have out there. And fail to separate profession from the academic.
and it's that very same image.
Let her give us an example.
That you, the lecturer, you are seen as a subordinate.
Failure to separate the academic.
I think profession. They want to carry what
But
they
also,
know
how
from
about
office.
profession? How about
That's correct.
an easy relationship
Another one.
And again,
supervisor?
others also come when they feel they know about the field.
All that is experience. Like they're already in the field. And then part of the profession has to work.
I think that goes to the other one where Professor was falling in love with the because you know it more. You really go competencies of what they have achieved in the first year. We find that some of them competencies are
They stretch out so thin.
Capacity to cope with
The person to do the work, like you are asking somebody to write a research proposal. Lack of internalization is constantly making a mess.
Let's call it
And
background training.
the lack of knowledge.
Background training in research. That's what you are. Background training.
But that goes also with missing these workshops. Because some people take things for granted. I know what to do. So they don't mind about the workshops when they're so one. So finally, see, you know,
but then later on, during the journey, they lose interest in that subject. And they say, I think I wouldn't have done that. I need to do this subject.
That's at least for each. Now, this is where now I need a discussion.
find himself.
Let me give an example.
It needs to change.
Let me give an example. The student who came and was in psychology related. Then I say, psychology there is no money. Finance and something. I'm dropping off from psychology. I want to get where I can get to banks and so on.
Can you say lack of focus?
But they can when they had the focus.
Yes. Lack of focus.
So those who are ready can put up the roles and responsibilities. Yes, I do counselor,
Strategies are formed within conceptual definition of the causes. What I mean is, if the cause is in advance communications, so the strategy is formed within that.
that is number one.
Then we say procrastination.
Yes, procrastination.
What do we do there?
We set clear timelines.
Not about anything about economic challenges. This is now where also the astrologers actually help candidates.
Amidst hundreds of amenities within Uganda's vibrant pluralism city of Entebbe lies a beacon of academic excellence. Welcome to Nkumba University, one of Uganda's leading private universities, strategically located minutes away from Entebbe International Airport. Established in 1994 and chartered in 2006, Nkumba University has grown from a 1952 kindergarten to a vocational institute and eventually one of the leading higher institutions of learning shaping Uganda's future. Comprising of 7 schools, the School of Law, the School of Business Administration, the School of Education, the School of Sciences, the School of Social Sciences, the School of Computing and Informatics, and the School of Commercial, Industrial Art and Design, Nkumba equips learners with in-demand, practically relevant skills. Thousands graduate each year, joining a powerful alumni network of professionals, leaders, and innovators. Nkumba alumni are positioned in government, media, business, and arts, symbolic of the university's societal impact. Beyond the classroom, students' life thrills with cultural festivals, exhibitions, sports tournaments, and creativity that never sleeps. Modern facilities and digital infrastructure support both academic and personal growth at every step of the way. Nkumba engages with the communities and partners globally because learning doesn't stop at the borders. As the academic landscape continues to evolve, Nkumba University remains steadfast in implementing its strategic master plan, a bold blueprint meant to drive innovation, advance research, promote academic excellence, and prioritize students' well-being. At the heart of this transformation stands the Nkumba Students' Hostel Village, a modern state-of-the-art residential complex designed to be more than just accommodation, but rather a home away from home, offering breathtaking amenities, comfort, security, and a vibrant living environment where students can thrive academically and grow socially. Join Nkumba University today, discover your purpose, build your future, and become part of the global transformation. Nkumba University, I owe you. Amidst hundreds of amenities within Uganda's vibrant tourism city of Entebbe lies a beacon of academic excellence. Welcome to Nkumba University, one of Uganda's leading private universities, strategically located minutes away from Entebbe International Airport. Established in 1994 and chartered in 2006, Nkumba University has grown from a 1952 kindergarten
come and present to us their case and the causes and the strategies that they have done to help us solve. As you need to also prepare, but then you need to listen.
Thank you very much, Professor. Colleagues, as group one, we are in respect of number one, identifying a case of a PhD student falling behind schedule. Our case is that a student, while the student is expected to have presented a proposal in a space of 1 year, our case is that 2 years down the road, no proposal has been presented. That's where we are. That's our case, number one. Then number two, the possible root causes of this delay, we identified one, work, family, academic life balance. That the student has challenges around the issues of work, maybe time schedules are tight, then family, there are issues there, and then academics generally, because all these aspects are quite equally demanding. Then two, economic challenges. This is a very common one. I will give an example. Finances. For instance, one of our students whom we supervise, one of my colleagues here, lost some work, actually. The project closed. The closure you see it because they were engaged on that project. And when it closed, that person also fell off for a while. And after picking up, getting something else, the student is now back to resume. So financial challenges. Then the other one, the third one, is to do with the relationship that you have been addressing us about here, the supervisor-supervisee relationship. Now, this relationship is very important and determines the progress of the student. When the relationship is bad, then the student may also lose it, or may be slow, or even fall off at some point, or request to change supervisor. Now, all this is time. Then the fourth one is poor internationalization of covered materials. Now, some students do not consistently attend the seminars. Yes, even when these seminars are very important, and the director expects that for every aspect covered in the seminar, chapter 1, chapter 2, etc., that the moment you complete it, we also expect you to begin writing that particular chapter. So that by the end, then you are able to have a full proposal and you can be scheduled for presentation. Now, there can be issues there because some students actually do not attend all. If you attend the first one, then you come for the last one, so you have those kind of gaps that affect you. But also the ability of the student to internalize and appreciate what has actually been presented and be able to use it can also be an issue. Then the other one is the change of topic or focus of study. Actually, some students come when they have just a small idea in a vague shape, and therefore someone can spend over a year, okay, shifting between the topics and ideas, and that one can also cause a problem. Then the strategies, the improvement of supervisor-supervisee relationship, and that as a core, because the supervisor can actually be a mentor, can be an encourager, can be somebody who can, looking at the cases that people, the experiences that people related yesterday, you realize that when you have a good supervisor-supervisee relationship, then the student can be able to actually use that as a basis to propel themselves forward. Then two, you develop and agree on a timeline, a schedule, what we have to do this year, that, the other. Now, I told this student of ours that we need now to target proposal presentation in the next 2 months, and that's what we are working on. And then three, advising the student on available scholarship opportunities and maybe the university or outside. Some supervisors are that good. They actually have knowledge about where students can try, and so that, because in most cases the finances can be robotic. Then lastly, the performance and progress reports, so that we can be able to track our progress.
Thank you. Yes, group 2. Yes.
Good morning, colleagues. Our guest is a student who has been on the program for more than a decade. This student is very knowledgeable about his area, and at some point also served as an administrator. We don't know if now he's serving as an administrator again elsewhere. So the causes of his overstay is that because of the knowledge that he has, the wide knowledge that he has in that area, he failed to scope And so he just researched and wrote and researched and wrote, and you know, at the end of the day, there was nowhere it was taking him academically. Against that, he also failed to meet timelines. So whenever they would have schedules with the supervisors, he would procrastinate. And of course, we know that if you're doing a PhD, procrastination is one of the first leading causes to your grave. Like we mentioned, he was working, so he failed to balance work with the PhD studies. Every other time, there would be a demand from a work supervisor, not an academic supervisor. And then he failed to separate personal profession from academic work. What we mean here by personal profession is away from this student. For instance, if I can borrow the example of a banker, this person comes with all banking knowledge and experiences, and you're trying to direct him or her into the academic world, but he thinks, you know, you don't get it. It's you who is actually not getting it. So profession takes over academics. Then one of the other areas is the poor background in research training, which goes back to what we spoke about yesterday. Many people do not have knowledge in research training. So when you receive this candidate, oftentimes you have to begin from scratch what should be written and how to write about it. Then this case of ours and others oftentimes are resistant or indifferent. They don't care. They're not concerned about learning from others. So their work is their work. It's him and the supervisor. And you find, for instance, these people, like the colleague has mentioned, they don't attend seminars, they don't share their work. The only person who reads their work is the supervisor. And so we encourage, therefore, as part of our strategies, we are saying that, yes, the supervisor has a duty to support this candidate to shape up, especially in terms of scoping, but also, like a colleague has already mentioned, set clear timelines and goals, and particularly on the area of failure to balance and separate profession from academics, we are saying that we need to set clear roles of the two. Who does what, who is responsible for what? As a student, what is your duty? As a supervisor, what is my duty? And then lastly, we are saying that we still carry the burden of mentoring, of counseling, and guiding these students, including but not limited to encouraging them to attend seminars, encouraging them to do peer learning, and also be open to consultations with other supervisors.
Thank you. You see, we have cases. These are not new things. That you know you have those kind of students, and they are part of us. Recently, they put this thing called amnesty, and then we had one student from our neighbor, Kenya, who started to do masters in 2006, and he came back in 2023. And he said, I'm under amnesty. He said, we started to. Then we said, I'm under amnesty. So when we had started with him, we got another job in Somalia, and he went away. So we have those kind of cases, and how do we handle them? As you have said, in this thing, monitoring milestone tracking is very important. Key performance indicators are very important in such as students. Gantt charts, as we have said, is very important. Checklists and to-do lists is very important. You know, you're supposed to do this and this and that. Progress reports, as we all know, are very important in such a situation, but also to be aware of the legal issues that we talked about, because all this must work within the framework and the policies and the guidelines that you have as a university. Then we need to provide constructive feedback. Feedback is very important. In most cases, yesterday we saw bullshit, so what, recast, vague. That kind of feedback is very, very complicated, especially if a student is burning out, as we shall see. So, here we have another very short role play, and I need two volunteers, and it will be very, very short. They will come in front here. I think it will be a gentleman and a lady, and our duty will be watching and taking notes or observing what is happening. Dr. Mao, you are going. Yes, you come. You remain there. Yeah. I think, yeah, you are going to call him. I have my hand. Somebody who was seated here yesterday. Doctor, yesterday, somebody we talked together. So we have our first participant, and he is one of the supervisors of the student. And he has his office. But characteristics of the supervisor, he's a very busy man, and he has over 5 students. And he has also businesses, a couple of Nkumba, so he's doing well, but he has supervisor. And we have a student who's coming to see him. We watch the body language, we watch how things work.
Sorry.
Good morning, Dr. Secretary.
It's a conflict.
Yes.
How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you.
Yeah, I'm not seeing you.
Thank you for receiving me today. And I know I've been lagging behind on my commitments. From the time when I presented my proposal, I submitted my chapter 1, 2, and 3. I know I was on track by then. I was on track. When I submitted my proposal, I defended, I have my chapter 1. I had my chapter 1, 2, and 3 submitted to you. Unfortunately now, I've encountered some issues which cannot allow me to proceed on time as earlier planned.
Wait, remind me, what have you covered?
I had covered chapter 2, 1, and 3. I did my proposal. My chapter 1 has objectives, my research questions are clearly indicated. And then for my chapter 2, my literature review was duly approved by you, so I believe it's in good state. Yes, you did. Sure. Yes. Because I even presented in the proposal and it was approved.
Okay.
Yes. I also did the methodology, which you also when I'm supposed to go to the field. Yes, I'm facing some challenges, especially in my personal life. And these are really holding me back. Yes. For example, I'm just going to point out a few. You know, I'm a married woman. I've got children.
You're married?
Yes, I'm married. I told you in our first meeting that I'm married. You've forgotten, bro.
No, you should know how to run some of these things because you came to pursue supposed knowing that you're already married.
Yes.
Now, why is it becoming a challenge now?
Things are changing. Before, my husband was very supportive. But right now, he's dumping all the children work on me. I have to go for the visitation days, for the medical appointments.
Now, today you're coming and you're a bit busy, I'm working on a certain document. Can we make another appointment?
But you also know.
I don't want to waste your time because we can have enough time, but today I think I'm not able to go beyond this. I have another agenda.
Doctor, I do appreciate you are busy, but I'm also equally busy because I'm also working. And I had to take a very short break today to come and to run and come and see you today.
But that's what I'm saying. Can we get another time? Because I have to work on this before I can get time for you.
Doctor, I do appreciate, but who you want us to...
When shall we meet? When shall we meet? It doesn't waste time.
Doctor, you've not solved my issue.
I'm going to unpause that. So when should we get time again?
Doctor, it's really frustrating. You are busy, I'm busy, I have challenges.
Yes, professors are busy because I will never be free. So, but we can get time. Come another time, but today there's an urgent thing I'm working on. It's a document that I'm supposed to submit one of these days. So, can we make another appointment? I've listened to you with your issues, so we can meet another time.
Yes.
Okay?
With a very hard spirit, it's okay. But with a heavy heart, because I know I've reached nowhere.
So I think you saw how the conversation took place, and we could have experienced that in our supervision. I'm going to have another team, Dr. Baho. I think you are coming as you also take a seat as a supervisor, and you will receive a student, and we see how you handle the student.
Hello? Yes. Currently at the time, I don't have time, but I think we shall meet tomorrow. Now, yeah, do you have a deal for me? Yeah, okay. Then we can meet in the evening. Yes. Okay. Bye.
Yes, Professor.
Yes, Charles.
How are you?
Good morning.
Yes, morning. Yes. How
Please,
is that?
you have to take a seat, despite the fact that you didn't alert me that you would be coming.
No problem. But you know we are decent people.
I know you.
So we just come and we interact. You know you are my friend.
I know we are friends, but Charles, I think we need to create some sense of order if you must proceed. I would have appreciated, for instance, that you alert me before you come.
No, Professor, you know I have a lot of work. You know I do businesses. I also work with the Ministry of Internal Affairs. And we go to Congo, we go to Nigeria, And sometimes you go out there, there are quite a number of missions that we do. So I don't really get enough time, but in South Sudan right now, I have a very big project I'm handling. Yes, with a lot of money, billions of money. I think I can even bring you on board.
Should we talk about business or academics?
No, I've come here basically about my PhD. You know, I need it. Because the moment I get it, you will see I'll be a very big person.
Okay, maybe we'll first focus on you get it. Then maybe I can come on board. Because as it is now, Charles, I hope you know that we are running behind schedule, and your failure is my failure as well.
Just wait a minute. Another call here. Yes. Yes, Afande. Apparently, I'm a little busy, but I'll get back to you later. Just give me a moment. Thank you. Oh. Yes, Professor.
Yes, so let me ask again.
Yes.
Do you mind putting the phone a little bit in silence so we have a short discussion? If you want us to run through your work, you phone me busy, but I'm willing to support you to run through your work for today. Because the phones are going to keep distracting. One, you didn't alert me that you'd be coming. Secondly, you seem to be busy still even when you're here. So what do you want us to do?
The phone, you know, is my life.
Okay, maybe I let you concentrate on the phone.
You know the things. I can't do it on the phone. But let me put it aside meanwhile.
Okay, so just very quickly, since the phone is about to ring again, just tell me a little bit. Is family doing well?
You know, the other time we were talking about the topic.
But I just asked, is family doing well?
I don't mind about the family. We say we focus on academic stuff.
You see, Charles, it's important for me to know how you are proceeding. Maybe their business, their family, all these things put together could be one of the reasons why you're not moving smoothly. As a supervisor, I am not just going to guide you academically, but I also want to see that you can be able to run all these benefits and programs and other things that you have so that they do not affect your academic progress. So when I ask about family, it is not because I want to get into your family. It is because I want to see how we can balance family, business, and the academic world. I know I am your academic supervisor, absolutely.
Professor, the family is okay.
Okay, if it is
Madam
okay.
is fine, the children are fine. Sometimes I go even for 2 months.
Without seeing them.
Without seeing them, and they're okay.
Okay.
There's no problem. But now, looks like you don't have enough time for me now.
I actually have
Can
time.
we meet at Protea, maybe in the evening? Protea, then we discuss the things from there.
Unfortunately, I don't think I'll be able to go to Protea.
No, I will take care of your transport and
everything. It doesn't matter the transport.
Yes.
But I want to request. But first of all, if you took charge of the comments that I made last time, let's make a schedule, let's make an appointment, and we will still meet here. And then we can be able to run through your work. I want us to be able to separate academics and profession and friendship. If you don't strike that balance, I am afraid I will not be able to guide you as I should.
Okay, Professor, do you have some friends of yours who can be assisting me when I'm away? Who can be doing this work?
I have friends, Charles, but I don't think it's my duty to be connecting you to friends to support you in your work. I want to see you grow. Beyond you just submitting a proposal
No,
or
there are
a
those ones
thesis.
you trust. You know, I want those that you trust so much.
Yes, but I think we need to separate what our duties are. I am not going to be a middle woman helping you to identify people to guide you. Because I'm supposed to guide you. So if you begin to ask me to identify people, I think we are missing out on the roles now.
Madam, we are talking about money here.
It's not about
I
money.
can pay an amount of money. Just tell me who is ready.
Okay, Charles, I'm going to make this as my last comment to you.
Yes.
You either choose between giving me money, doing your work, running business, or we don't have any business at all. As far as I know, I am your academic supervisor. Identifying who should guide you is not my duty. Besides, you have not even moved since we last met. And I hope you know we are running behind time. And Charles, please understand that when I'm willing to guide you, I am not willing to step on my ethical principles and professionalism. Is that clear?
Yes, Professor. That was
Okay, then I think that's
this,
sufficient.
I need this paper.
Charles, I think that is good enough. For me, I'll close it at this for today. So please, you are free to leave, and you can reflect upon our discussion.
Now let's, can we meet in the evening?
I think I have mentioned, please go and reflect, you'll get back to me.
Thank you.
Okay.
Colleagues, now you have seen. So I want us to make comments on the first group and the second group. First of all, how do you? Is that where I was? This thing keeps on. First of all, I want us to make comments on the two teams. How do you rate the first team? The first team where we have, we had the student and the supervisor. How do you rate the first supervisor vis-a-vis the student?
Thank you once again. I think in the first scenario, the supervisor was not motivated to attend to the students' concern. And you see, he is actually trying to push away responsibility, to avoid responsibility. That to the extent that even the appointment scheduled, or is asking to reschedule, it's actually perfunctory. He doesn't mean it, he has no time, he's not motivated.
The second one?
Now in the second one, it's interesting, the opposite of the other. Now the supervisor is so calm, committed and concerned about the student's progress, but the student is imposing. He's an imposing student. The student wants to exert some control and pressure on the supervisor to try and possibly bend them towards what they want to do. And then also, so from that, I can read that the supervisee relationship is not based on principle. Because where the supervisor is principled, the student is trying as much to really undo the kind of principle so that the supervisor can move by the wishes of the student.
Okay. There is also one thing that the supervisor did. He made ESCO and made lodges on her principles. You have to put up with that.
Well, I think the first respondent more or less covered many of the issues, but then when comparing the first and the second set of interactions, I think the second one was more or less giving answers to the first presentation, or even to the first group, to the first team that came there. Because as he said, the student in the first team was obviously an interested student, wanted guidance, but was not receiving the full support from the supervisor. Whereas the second one is obviously where the supervisor is really seriously interested in seeing the progress of the student, but the student kept emphasizing the fact that he was very busy and was not actually listening to the guidance being given. What in his case, his case to be understood by the supervisor rather than listening to the supervisor.
Okay. Thank you very much. These are good cases. I want us to, there's a very good lesson to learn, especially from the second one. The
problems we face as providers. We are dealing with people who are mature, who have money, who have influence. And this happens. So if you're not very careful on how to manage that, you can actually be derailed. If you're not very careful, and all students actually want to do that, especially those who have influence. They will promise. They will promise, hey, I think I can change my car, we meet at Sheraton. Once you accept that kind of condition, then now the student is going to run you and not manage it. So that's a good lesson I've learned and picked from there, which we must be careful as colleagues.
Yes, thank you, members. I think we've all seen students are not here. We are all supervisors in the first case, in the second case. What do we do as supervisors? If we are treating students like in the first case, we don't have time for them. We don't want to listen to their challenges. These are really adults. They have flexibility. We talked about it. Then we are doing it wrong. If we reflect on what we are doing as supervisors, then we can know what to do. But then we are also in a catch-22. We get the students who want to take us to the way where they want to go. If we are not escalating upright, if we don't have the integrity to supervise, then we'll be drained. Because we are in the era of where people really have good monies, they have everything. The guy was fronting money, but what if the supervisor was a gentleman and the lady was fronting herself to the supervisor, and she's the one telling you we meet in a hotel. So if we don't have the integrity to keep on the track of supervision, the professionalism, then those are the challenges that we meet. Then we can't track the student on the progress. Because students want to finish, they have their programs, we must support them, but we must support them within the framework of the professionalism. So that was to tell us what we go through, and maybe we have gone through all of us. So the strategies for giving constructive, motivating feedback for the people that we see here, use the sandwich method. Structure feedback with a positive opening. Don't start with, if the lady was talking that I have a problem, you had the reply. Did you know you mean you are married? Did you know why did you come to study? Appreciate the student and then tell the student what is right. When you have appreciated, be specific and actionable, avoid vague criticism. Provide clear actionable steps for improvement. Don't be vague. Somebody says that and you hit the student. No, what you are doing, your statement, I wonder whether the concept was written by you. Now, if you tell a student that I wonder whether the concept was yours, what will the student do? You have killed the student's morale and confidence. Focus on the behavior and not personality. Address actions and outcomes rather than making it personal. Focus on the behavior and not on the personality. If somebody is decorated, the ladies decorated themselves, talk about the behavior, don't go on the personality. Say, but the way you have painted your fingers, the way you are doing this is not proper. No, don't go on that one. Talk about the behavior, for you to be able to do the PhD well, you do like this. Don't go on the personality. Balance positive and constructive feedback. You balance them. Of course, you cannot be positive alone. You need also to be on the other side and say you need to do this right. So you balance the two. Balance criticism with encouragement. When you criticize somebody, tell him that the statement of the problem is well structured. It's very good, but the objectives are not speaking to the statement of the problem. So the student now gets to know that, Say, you started well, your first paragraph is okay, but when you reach the second paragraph, you just went away. You lost it at this level. Encourage growth and offer support where needed. You need to do that very, very well. Giving feedback that moves the research forward, clarify what kind of feedback is being given, prioritize the most important issues first, do not overload students with everything at once, distinguish between major revisions and minor comments. This recast is very wrong in the students' work. Recast, bullshit, rubbish does not help a student. Be specific about what it is to improve. Should be say, correct this one. It does not even cost you anything. If you give a quotation, you say, do this that way. Even if you corrected one line and you say, see how I constructed that line, your argument should follow that. The student will be able to go back to that line or that paragraph and then say, oh, that's how it should be done. Adopt a feedback to the students. Stage array drafts need direction more than polishing. The feedback to the students array as they move, as you put it here, as they move from writing as a tool, you start array. Agree on realistic turnaround times and on what counts a feedback already drafted. And counts as a feedback already drafted. Work with the student on realistic turnaround times. Say, next week, let's do this. Phase it, let the student, because it won't help if you give a student so many things. Give me from background to significance when the background has not taken shape. It won't make sense. Then you have to, then we have risks. Detection of risk, mitigation and managing challenges. These students have challenges. So this case we are not going to do because of time. No. Then the risks, challenges. Most of the challenges students see are financial. We've already talked about them. Lack of access to research facilities. I don't know how equipped here you are. Sometimes you tell them to read. They go to the articles, the journals, they are locked. Universities have not subscribed. And then they have a problem. Loss of data, they lose data. Encourage students to save on the ground. Otherwise, they come say, I lost it last night. Because after all, they buy very old computers. Personal challenges, care obligation, ESCO concerns, job security, mental health, imposter syndrome. I don't think I'm the one. I think I'm able to do it. All those are the risks that come to our students, and we need to mitigate. So to mitigate them, fostering a culture of where people feel safe to discuss. The first team, the student was not even sure that he can discuss with them because the supervisor was away. Encouraging and practicing open feedback. Tell the student, don't tell the other people, that student will never finish. Tell the student why he's not finishing. Detecting and rapidly reacting early warning signs. You see the student starts losing track. You see the early signs of he was submitting in time, he started losing track. You have to take them as a supervisor. Celebrate achievement of the student. If a student does something good, celebrate it. Let him feel encouraged. Let him start knowing. And that's what will help you at the level when you let them go. Because if you know they have started working independently and you say, that was all done, that's the way to go, then you know they start knowing that they have reached somewhere. planning with the student, as we've said, we plan array, then referring to counseling and other support systems. All universities have that. I understand here we have a counseling online. Make sure the students go through that. To handle conflicts, make expectations explicit array, including feedback, decision. You translate with other supervisors that we are doing there. This repeated complaints about fairness or respect, secrets around the data. You start knowing there is